Welcome back to Recruiter.com. In this first video on conditional formatting, we're going to go over some of the types of formatting that's quickly available in the drop-down menu. So let's start at the beginning. Conditional formatting. What is it? And it's just formatting that will happen based on if a condition is met. So for example here, I've written if your condition evaluates as true. So if something becomes true, whatever that condition might be, we'll go over that in a minute, then custom formatting is applied. So if this condition is true, if it's met, then the custom formatting is applied, meaning you can fill the cell yellow, turn the text red, underline it, bold it, whatever you want to happen formatting-wise, you can program that. So let's go quickly into these three examples here. So let's say you have a list of numbers, 1 through 5, and you want to highlight any number that is greater than 4, less than 4, or equal to 4. So let's start with greater than 4. And I'm going to start here on this list of numbers and highlight them because those are the numbers, or this is the list that I want to apply the formatting to if the condition up here is met. So if I'm reading it this way, so if your condition, if any of these numbers here in this list is greater than 4, that's my condition. Any of these numbers, are they greater than 4? If that evaluates to true, then my custom formatting, highlight is what I want to do, that will be applied. So to do this, I'm going to pop down the ribbon, Control F1, and it's on the Home tab of the ribbon and Conditional Formatting. There's quick access buttons right here at the beginning, and we're going to start with these ones first. It's already set up for greater than, and I can just click greater than. And this message dialog box will appear saying, format cells that are greater than, and right now it's just saying 3. I'm going to delete that and just click on this worksheet and reference cell B8. And even you can see that my list has already highlighted number 5 here with light red fill and dark red text. So I'm just going to hit OK, that's fine. This is just a quick example. Same thing I'm going to do for less than 4 is by going up to conditional formatting to here, less than, it pops into 3. I'm going to delete that and just reference the worksheet for C8, hit OK. 1, 2, and 3 are all less than 4. Now equal to 4, highlight these, same thing. Go up here, grab equal to, and delete that and hit 4. Hit OK. Now what happens if I change this number from 4 to 3, to 2, to 1. Notice that everything changes dynamically. That's the beauty of conditional formatting. Now let's jump into this next example over here. And I already have the conditional formatting set up in this example. So I'm trying to highlight the top 3 of these number lists, the bottom 3 of this list. And then I want to highlight just the numbers that are above average in the list. So to do this, let's first delete this whole selection, and to do that we can go into conditional formatting, manage rules. So anything that's on your worksheet that has conditional formatting already set up will be within this dialog box. And so I'm showing in my current selection, so this kind of makes sense because I've selected all of the conditional formatting on this page, therefore all of them popped up. But I didn't have to select them. I could have come into here and said anything on this worksheet and all 3 would have popped up anyways. So from this box, you can manage it, you can add a new one, you can edit the rule, or you can delete it. Right now, I'm just gonna go through and just delete all 3 real quick, hit apply and hit OK. Now, quickly you saw that nothing is highlighted. Let's go ahead and set this up now. So I'm gonna first highlight this number list and go to conditional formatting. And I'll find that the top/bottom rules already have this set up. So I can quickly just use these quick access buttons and say top 10 items. And obviously, hey, I don't even have 10 items. But with the dialog box, you can edit it to say only 3. And instead of the light red fill and the dark red text, let's go ahead and do some custom formatting this time. And here we have, I'm in the fill. Let's change it to this accent color of the yellow. Hit OK and hit OK. That's all you had to do. It's so simple and basic on getting this set up. The next one, let's highlight this list, conditional formatting. This time we're doing the bottom 3 items. So the bottom 10 items, and we'll switch this to 3. Come over here. I don't want any of the pre-done formatting. I want to custom my own. Come in here. I'm going to pick the 3rd accent color, hit OK again. And then lastly, let's just highlight the above average. Come in here, above average, and custom formatting, lighter blue, hit OK, and OK. So it's very quick and simple to set these things up. That's what I want to show you, and the repetition of it makes it easy to remember. Let's take a look at what this would look like if we went in and said Manage Rules and said this worksheet and double-clicked on one. Because you can either click Edit Rule or you can double-click it to get into the edit mode. Notice that I'm doing above average right now. So I'm in this format only values that are above or below average. That's what I'm selected on. And then in this dialog box, Excel is further going and saying, hey, format values that are above the average for the selected range. Well, we could have put below or all these other things. So there's many different options, but I just want to show you quickly how you can go in here and edit further than just the quick access buttons that you have here on the button side. Let's move on to our next example. Okay, so here's our next example, and let's just go ahead and delete these. So I'm going to select them, go up to Conditional Formatting, and then say Clear Rules. Clear the selected cells, or I could do the entire sheet. I'm just going to do Selected Cells, and let's start from the beginning. So like always, we select the range that needs to get the formatting. I'll go to Conditional Formatting, and this time we're going to do data bars, color scales, and icon sets. So in the data bars, this is real simple. We can just go to a gradient. So I'm just going to pick this one. It worked perfect. And if we want, just so you know, you can come back in here and say, I want to manage this rule. And with this one particularly, we can say, I want to see the number or I don't want to see the number. So let's go in here and edit the rule. And this is like where you would come if you would set it up manually without using those quicker access buttons up here in Conditional Formatting. You'd come here and you'd say, hey, I want to format all my cells based on their values. And you could go ahead and say, all right, I want to do this in data bars, or you could do the icon sets or, 2 or 3 color scales. So this one, we're going to do data bars. Here's where you can check to say, hey, I only want to show my bars. I don't want to show the numbers. So you could click here. That will suppress these numbers from being shown. Now you can do a bunch of other things in here. Feel free to just poke around and change your colors, gradients, and different types of borders and things like that. Same thing with the bar direction. But right now I'm just going to show you how you can get rid of those numbers and hit OK and apply. And you can see right when I hit apply, those disappeared, and we'll press OK. The next one, let's do color scales. So let's select there, color scales, and then let's pick this green right here. And actually, that's not even the green that I really like. That's not the same green. So let's change that real quick. Come here, manage, double click, and let's move it from whatever color that was to, let's do it to this color and hit OK and apply and OK. That looks a little better. All right, lastly, let's do this icon set. So same thing. This time we're going to go to icon sets, and you can pick them from here. I had this one set up. You can do a whole bunch of different ones. You could do stars, you could do blocks, you could do shapes, directions, all kinds of things. I'm going to stick right here with these rating, hit OK. And if you want, you can even double up on these. So with these icon sets, you could put on some color scales. You could say, hey, I want to underlay this with a green gradient. And you can switch that to being blue by coming up here and managing it by double clicking, finding the right blue that we're talking about. So I picked from these guys. I'm just going to pick that one again, hit OK, apply OK, and it looks a little bit better now.